Choosing unhappy comfort over the unknown? Why?
Is there a comfort zone that no longer comforts you? Do you dim your own light to avoid ruffling feathers? If the prospect of change evokes more fear than your current unfulfilling situation, you're not alone. Many choose unhappy comfort over facing the unknown. But why? We've all been there, stuck in stagnation, watching dreams fade, denying our truth. The void between where we are and where we long to be can feel immense. Crossing that void requires trusting the unknown, which for many provokes deep anxiety. To avoid uncertainty, we grasp for familiarity, even when it no longer serves us. Let's unpack some key reasons people choose unhappy comfort over change. Fear. The discomfort of our unfulfilling reality feels less daunting than the discomfort of facing the unknown. Better the devil you know than the one you don't. Need for control. The unknown requires surrendering control. We tightly grip comfort for the illusion of control it provides. Risk aversion. Leaving comfort means trading the known for the mysterious. This risk can seem too great, so we opt for predictability. Complacency. Discontentment with the status quo isn't bad enough to catalyze change. Good enough outweighs potential growth. Inner obstacles, habits, assumptions, stories about ourselves and abilities hold us back from risking change. Outer expectations, judgment from loved ones who are invested in us staying the same also hinders change. Lack of support. Without encouragement and resources, crossing into the unknown alone can seem impossible. Perfectionism. We wait for the perfect moment or path instead of taking imperfect action now. Mindset. We mistake comfort for security. But real security comes from trusting we can handle uncertainty. Though choosing unhappy comfort over the unknown may seem irrational, it stems from basic human needs to feel safe and in control. We are wired to prefer predictability and avoid peril. But what cost do we pay for clinging to comfort that no longer fulfills us? Our energy depletes. Vitality drains, passion fades. We forgo the growth, joy, and sense of purpose that come from answering the soul's call. Over time, bits of ourselves shut down until we are mere shadows of our potential. Great change requires first getting uncomfortable with being too comfortable. Something needs to spark enough discontent and desire to make us willing to embrace uncertainty. Often, a life crisis finally jolts us from complacency, a health scare, job loss, divorce. But we can also find the courage to pursue change proactively, rather than reactively. Here are some ways to ignite transformation from within, rather than wait for circumstances to force it. Get curious. Question your assumptions. How do you unconsciously dim your light? What dreams have you deferred? Asking empowering questions reveals paths not taken. Expand perspective. Zoom out to see the bigger picture. Mindfulness helps us disengage from old patterns to gain new perspective. Envision possibilities. Imagine how much freer, happier, and more fulfilled you could feel by facing the unknown. Let this vision pull you forward. Gather information. Learn more about the change you're considering to reduce anxiety about the unknown. Knowledge is power. Build supports. Identify people who can provide encouragement or expertise so you don't feel alone in the change process. Start small. Take baby steps first to build confidence in yourself. As uncertainty becomes more familiar, you can handle more. Rewire thoughts. Limiting beliefs about ourselves and our abilities often obstruct change. Replace these stories with empowering truth. Trust timing. Instead of forcing change, listen to inner wisdom about when the time is right. Some seeds require patience to sprout. Just breathe. When uncertainty triggers our fight or flight response, calm your nervous system through mindful breathing. While leaving unhappy comfort may seem daunting at first, you can prepare mentally and build resources to ease the transition. Reflect on why you wish to change. How will facing the unknown help you grow into more of your potential? Remember that on the other side of short-term discomfort awaits long-term fulfillment. Progress often requires working through unease. Breathe through fears knowing you can handle uncertainty. With each small step into new territory, you build courage and momentum. Be selective about when to push past comfort zones. Inner wisdom reveals when we are truly playing small versus wisely letting certain seeds germinate more. But when the time comes to cross into new frontiers, have faith. Though the path ahead is unclear, you have all you need within. You are stronger, more resilient, and wiser than old fears may suggest. There are always supports to hold you. You won't walk into the unknown alone. Consider this. The familiarity you cling to for security formed when you were less mature, so parts have likely outlived their highest purpose. What once served you now stifles you. The unknown before you actually invites your next phase of becoming, unlocking gifts long dormant. Instead of fixating on uncertainty, shift perspective. How can this unknown opportunity help you grow? By facing it, what might you learn about yourself and life? Uncertainty develops spiritual muscles like courage, trust, and intuition. In this light, the unknown becomes intriguing rather than something to avoid. Take inventory of your inner and outer resources. What do you have within you already to handle this change? Who around you can provide support? Build on these solid foundations as you transition. Remember, growth depends not on everything being certain, but on how you relate to uncertainty. Can you lean into ambiguity and trust in your ability to navigate? The unknown only unsettles us when we forget our capability and resilience. So rediscover these and face your growth edge. Listen to that inner voice nudging you toward change, not the fears holding you back. Take small daily steps that inch you closer to the unknown before you. Maintain perspective. A few moments of discomfort will pave the way for so much joy ahead. Keep going. As you cross into new territory, overwhelm is normal. Breathe through it, knowing you don't have to have it all figured out now. Just take the next right step, then the next. The path unfolds gradually. Enjoy liberation from stagnation. Trust you are exactly where you need to be. Even if the way forward remains cloudy, have faith. By leaving behind comfort that obscures your radiance, that light can shine brighter. What looks uncertain and intimidating now will soon feel purposeful and exciting. Remember, the greatest life changes start with getting uncomfortable. Something first has to wake us up from dormancy. Let the spark within propel you forward. No more dimming your light and playing small to avoid ruffling feathers. You deserve to live boldly and freely in alignment with your highest truths. The unknown can seem ominous until you remember how much life lies just on the other side. Joy, creativity, a sense of adventure, deeper meaning. We sometimes avoid uncertainty to hold on to security, then realize the security we craved lies in the unknown. Once you cross into uncharted territory, you never go back the same. With each new horizon faced, you expand perspective and realize more of your potential. Courage grows, as does trust in something larger than your limited self. Fears that once paralyzed you barely stir you now. You inhabit a more empowered self, no longer swayed by comfort that deadens your spirit. Reflect again on why you're seeking change. How will facing this unknown help liberate suppressed parts of you and light the way for your next growth? The pull to actualize your full potential will grow stronger than the push to avoid uncertainty. When possibility pulls harder than fear pushes, you find the courage to leave behind empty comfort. Consider how you'll feel a year from now if you boldly step into the unknown before you, versus how you'll feel a year from now by staying small. Visualize each future. Which strengthens your resolve to transcend old comfort zones? Keep reconnecting to this vision when fear creeps back in. Also acknowledge just how far you've come already. Once change felt impossible, now you stand at the precipice, ready to leap. Breakthrough begins the moment we determine real security comes from trusting ourselves over clinging to certainty. Whenever the mind spirals with fearful what-ifs, pause and breathe. Bring focus back to the present where you are safe. Release the need to know how everything will unfold. Dwelling in the unknown requires mindfulness, courage, and trust. You've got this. One day you'll look back in awe at what once seemed frightening but became possible by boldly leaning in. Know that on the other side of short-term discomfort awaits long-term fulfillment. With each small step into new territory, you build momentum. Suddenly the unknown becomes your new familiar. What once evoked anxiety now sparks excitement. Honor how far you've come. Many avoid change forever, but not you. When your inner light got dimmed by comfort that no longer comforted, you took steps to reignite it. You chose the uncertainty of growth over sure stagnation. Remember this courage whenever doubt returns. Trust in something larger unfolding through your life. Call it destiny, intuition, highest self. When one door closes, trust another opens. Though the unknown may stir unease, it also holds essential wisdom for your next phase of the journey. Breathe through fear, knowing you have all you need to handle what's next. Then boldly expand into new horizons. Discover more of who you are when you silence fear and follow life's whispers. Keep shining brighter. The gifts of facing the unknown are invaluable. Courage, self-trust, freedom. Uncertainty loses power when you remember the divine light within that illuminates the way. So next time comfort no longer comforts, may you find the faith to leave it behind for the fulfillment that awaits beyond.